Mực nước lên cũng nửa cái xe á. Cái xe này đặc biệt của nó là nó chế ở dưới cái đít của nó, dưới cái đáy là nó rất là nặng luôn, cho nên khi mà xuống nước mặc dù có cái tàu đi kế bên nó làm sóng gợn vô cái thành của cái xe này, nhưng mà nó không có lúc lắc, tại vì cái đáy tàu nó cái đáy xe nó quá nặng đó, cho nên nó giữ được cái thăng bằng. Khi mà nước có đập vô nó cũng không có lắc bao nhiêu hết. Hồi nãy em có nghe vậy thấy không, là tại sao mà đi cắt sóng của mấy cái tàu khác mà đi ngang qua nó không có làm cái xe mình lắc, là tại vì cái nó chế ở dưới này rất là nặng, dưới cái đáy nó rất là nặng.
Hello, lady. I love you. Where are you from? I'm from Minnesota. Nice down to the port. I was here. I met people from 190 years background. There you go. Got it. Good to have you with us. You guys got it already.
Rồi, chồng người đẹp của tôi nha.
Yeah, let me get you too. All right. There it is. Nice guy.
Rồi.
There you go, guys. I can get all sorted together. Been there forever. All right, guys. There you go. Get the name of the boat. Here's how they get. Words, of course, never work. You know that, don't you? Yeah, that's not bad though. Good. Let me get you late. Got it? Don't worry. Don't worry about those. I'm gonna compare them. That's why they're animals. They're usually more animal driven. They're out fishing. They hunt while the fishing's good. They go out when the fishing's good. Now I want you guys to take note of that seaweed that's hanging on those lines there. That's very important. That's kelp. California kelp is the second fastest growing plant on Earth.
Wow.
Up to 2 feet in one day. There's one variety of bamboo that grows more than 36 inches a day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in front of us is the submarine base. That's one of the security boats there as well. The submarines, you see a few of them here in the port. They're surrounded by that barrier. Now, what I want you all to see is you look right here. Follow that wall down, and at the southern tip of that peninsula there, in the very last tree behind that, is the oldest lighthouse on the west coast of all of North America. It's been on there 167 years, since 1855. Winland Lighthouse today is surrounded by a National Park National Monument. And there's the nuclear submarines. There's 1, 2, 3 subs in the port here.
Có 3 cái sắp.
And there's security.
Rồi chút xíu. Mẹ đang nói chuyện, mẹ đang nói chuyện con.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the age of 2, their pregnancy lasts for 11 months. So in their 20 years of life, they can be pregnant more than 18 years of their life. 20-year life, they'll be pregnant in 18 years. Pretty amazing. And their milk is 75 to 80% milk fat. So their babies gain weight really fast. When you only live 20 years, you grow fast. The babies grow on a rate of 3 to 5 pounds a day. They exude oil in the fish in the ocean, come in here to get a free meal and they get eaten by these.
Qua đi thì không thấy hải cẩu.
Đậu mấy con. Sully today went above and beyond there to make sure that we all got to see the animals up close. As soon cap the hand. That was very nice to do that. You had to fight the wind and the current to do that. All right, we're doing good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are all wild animals. And up until 1980, the United States military used to capture these animals. Not only did they capture the sea lions, they captured the wild dolphins all around here. And they would take them into they fill up with their gas, or when they come back from deployment, because they have a lot of fuel on board, they will deposit it back in here and board them for storage. And they pump gas in and out at a rate of 5,000 to 6,000 gallons per minute. Pretty nice. Just think how fast you can fill up your car. My God, that's it. That's it. But here in front of us, if you look over here to your left, there's an autonomous ship. It's called a topwater drone. These are the latest and greatest things in the military. These are submarine killing machines. This one is over here by the last dock here, called the Sea Hunter. And on its maiden voyage in 2018, it took off from this dock and went all the way to Hawaii and back. And along the way, it found and figuratively destroyed 5 targets. 4 of those targets were meant to look like military submarines from around the world. One was meant to look like a drug-running submarine from South America. It found all 5 of them and destroyed them. There was nobody on board. These are autonomous ships, artificial intelligent control. They connect with the satellite to their mission. They get back here and park right here after they did their mission. One of these replaces 2 Navy ships and more than 450 Navy personnel. But this we're not the only ones that have these. That's why the mission of San Diego has changed over the years to fighter squadrons, to 17 squadrons of helicopters, because they're better equipped to deal with underwater threats, because they can stay on target longer. Pretty amazing. Now look up on top of the hill there, folks. You see what looks like a 3-legged spider up there. That's a very important instrument. This is a picture, and you see underneath it, there's a little model of a ship. It's a 148 model of a Navy ship, but it's covered in brass. Why? Brass has the same conductivity as the ocean water. So they'll send an electrical signal down to it, and they can identify what part of that ship absorbs that signal best. That's where they're going to put the receiving antenna. And then they see what part of that ship reflects that signal best. That's where they're going to put the sending antenna. That's what that's all about. Now coming up on your left here, folks. Absolutely, you know, get your cameras up. I think you're going to see anything, but this is graduate smoke of the sea lions and dolphins coming up here on your left side here. And you can see those orange containers out there. That's usually a good sign. Those are there when they carry their food in. But remember, dolphins are air-breathing mammals. When they come to the surface to breathe, they spout. They're blown out the oxygen, the depleted air that they've got in their lungs. They blow that out, and then they take in a breath and you get fresh oxygen. But they spout when they do that. So starting here, I can see some of the scientists on the other end there working with dolphins. I'd watch those 3 down there for sure. There you can see the dolphins spotting all around there. You can see dolphins spotting.
Dolphin, cá heo á. Nuôi cá heo trong.
Oh, they're jumping all the way there.
Đó mà người ta mới cầm mấy cái thùng màu cam, thùng cá cho tụi nó ăn. Mấy cái thùng màu cam. Cho mấy cá heo ăn.
Transport these animals because they're highly susceptible. The dolphins are sunburned. So they transport them 70 and 90 miles offshore frequently to go out to the submarine ranges where they retrieve dummy torpedoes and stuff like that. Now watch for the spouts coming up here. They teach them how to get on and off these. Supposed to make it here. They just, those little tents, they actually unfold and it becomes a ramp for them sort of in the water. They'll just wet it, make it slippery, and the animals swim past and just slide right up into the boat. Look out there, folks, there's a coyote. That's a coyote right there. It's a stuffed coyote. But he performs a function. He's a natural predator. The animals will come to steal their food. So they have that dummy torpedo. Here, there you go. Good, good. Thank you. Oh. Very good. Good job. All right. Good with that thing. That was so nice. Thank you. Very nice. Good job, guys. Thank you. You guys scored. haven't seen that for a while. That's kind of neat.
Chủ nó nói nhảy lên cho mình coi, nó nhảy lên á.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, over here to your left, that big white building there is a very important instrument. It's called NIWAC, Naval Information Warfare Center. That's the building they use to connect to the satellites, the airport, airplanes, and the ships and submarines. To communicate that. And that tube in front of it, that's this. It's a floating information platform. It's a scientific research vessel. They'll take that thing out in the ocean, they'll fill it with water and it'll stand up. When it's standing, it can withstand a 50-foot wave. It will move less than 3 meters in a 50-foot wave. But everything inside of it rotates as it stands up. But the first thing the Navy put in that to make sure that it rotated without spilling the coffee pot. Very important to the military, as we all know. Very important. The Navy runs on coffee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here to your left is Blue White Vessel. There's two of the Blue White Vessels here. There was only one earlier, now we have two. These are research vessels. They belong to the #1 marine biology college in the world here in San Diego. It's called the Crim School of Oceanography. It was started in the mid-1960s to clean up San Diego Bay. Dr. Roger Revelle from Yale University came here in the mid-60s and found our bay was dead because of all the pollution put in by the military and by the city of San Diego. There's not nice. So he invented what we know now today as the Environmental Protection Agency. His first mission was to clean up San Diego Bay. And then, mid-60s, the bay was completely dead. Now, it's the second cleanest bay in all of California. It's amazing. Clean it up. And those are research vessels. You'll see them in National Geographic. The Sally Ride there, that's named after the very first female astronaut. But that thing's been around the world. You can read that of it. It's incredible the thing that ship is done. Now over here to your left, folks, you see that turquoise archway there behind the flag? I recommend you go see that. That's a part of a mosaic of art done by 7 artists from around the Pacific Rim. And there's some beautiful storyboards up there and some great artwork there. But I recommend you go see that. That's at the south end of Shelter Island. And that orange and white flag, that's a guide on to the Navy captains. They aim a ship like you aim a rifle. You have your front sight and your back sight, and you try to keep them lined up. So that's what they do with those. If the captain's coming into the bay, if he only sees one of those flags, he's in the perfect alignment. If he sees 2, he has to readjust his position, so he only sees one enough amount of time. And that's how he knows he's going right down the center of the bay. They're called a guidon. That little red building over there, that's a Japanese pagoda building. And every year we have dignitaries from Japan and the United States. They come out here and they have a ceremony, and they ring that bell inside of it in the name of our friendship. Now you guys picked a good day out on the bay. Look at this nice view. There's incredible clouds out there. You can see the Fort Rose Garden Cemetery up on the hill. You can see the cargo ship there unloading fuel. You can see the fishing boats out here in the bay, the submarine base. This is the opening to the ocean. On the other side of the bay, those white rods over there are lightning rods. That's where they store the ammunition for the Navy ships. Now here to your left, folks. Now ladies and gentlemen, wave to our sister boat over here. I want you folks to know you guys are the lucky ones today. You guys are riding the fastest boat in our fleet. This boat can get up to almost 5 miles per hour. That one can barely do 4.5.
Ông nói là chiếc của mình là nhanh nhất trong cái nhóm của họ. Chiếc mình là chạy được 5 miles per hour, một chiếc đấy có 4 maximum có 4.5 thôi.
Their job was to pull together. Sometimes as many as 5 people were all hooked up to one fish because they weighed over 400 pounds. But their job was to pull hard and throw them over their heads into the boat. And a lot of times they'd crash down onto the people in these, into the buckets and kill them because there was just so much weight. And then sometimes they get stuck in a bucket with one of those big fish, and they're all muscle, and they have bony plates that are razor sharp. One kick would remove a human leg. They're a very dangerous job, so there's a monument out there dedicated to the good industry. you can see the three fishermen on there. Now, monument is Japanese, a Portuguese, and Italian. The three nationalities responsible for the start of the good industry. Now, the height of the industry, folks, in 1950, San Diego had 6 giant canneries down there by where the Midway is. And each of them put out an average of 6 to 9 million cans of tuna every month. Every month. What a beautiful day on the beach. Did any of you ladies and gentlemen have the pleasure of seeing last night's sunset by the beach?
Rồi, gần hết giờ rồi.
In Mexico.
Chuẩn bị chạy lên.
Just about a mile from the north of the border. There's like that's pretty, huh?
Nào thao kìa.
Nice. Now I have to expect on a lot of women that come on board and children. I start talking, they fall asleep. It's just pardon me, sir. This is a picture I showed. That was last night. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for wonderful. What a wonderful group. You guys, we're about to go back to being a bus again. So remember, you got to stay seated when we're on the street. But there's a routine that we have to go through. And you saw the captain, he was doing some going back and forth because there's kelp floating in the bay. And we're not allowed to take it up on the land. So we have to stop on top to make sure. Now what he's doing now, he's backing up. If there's any kelp, that might get washed off. But once we get up on top of the land here, we are required by law to do a kelp check. So I have to get down off this vessel, and if there's any kelp attached, I gotta... Alright guys, coming in. Alright. Up on the ramp, stop up on top. There's the front wheels, back wheels, down, change gear.
Mỗi lần lên là nó phải ngừng lại, nó lấy rong rêu ra.
Yeah, that was when the smoothest ride I've ever been on right there. That was amazing. Good job, Kevin. Now, folks, now that we're back on the road again, I ask you all to join me, sing along now with Willie Nelson. Here we go. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now you know about the kelp, we have to do a kelp check. But lately, we had a little kelp on the first tour, not bad. But lately we've had a big problem, not so much with kelp, but a big problem recently with the mermaids. Somebody told the mermaids there's 2 Ben & Jerry's ice cream stores at Seaport Village. So they like ice cream, apparently they jump on our back bumper where I can't see them. Now if I go back there, there was none on the first tour, there was one a couple last week, but the first tour nobody, but sometimes they get on the back bumper. Now if I go back there and they have a ticket, I'm going to let them stay and they can ride over with it. With no ticket, they're going to have to go back in the bay. Swim all the way over there. Cameras out, folks. Nice place for taking pictures of the city with this. The nursery, where the most life starts in the ocean, goes up to 2 feet a day, and it's using over 80 products, and I guarantee everybody on this boat is using kelp today. Anybody put on
Bày tung lên kia
shampoo,
rồi.
cream rinse, skin lotion today? Anybody brush your teeth today? Anything that has a soft, creamy texture.
Có cái tàu chiến hạm mới vô đứng giữa cái bê kìa.
Many years we had all 3 aircraft carriers at home
carrier đó.
Doesn't happen very often. Give you an idea how big that is? There's a crew of almost 6,000.
Cái tàu đang hoạt động.
Alright, now folks, here to your right is a very famous Polynesian restaurant here in San Diego. It's called the Valley High. They're famous for their food, but they're even more famous for their drinks. One in particular is called the Mai Tai. It's all booze, no juice. You're only allowed to have 2 of them, and then they cut you off. But I cut myself off from drinking booze about 26 years ago. That was when I found out I'm actually allergic.